Give it up for that guy, everybody. Give it up for yourselves. Give it up for obedience. Give it up for disobedience. Give it up for whatever. I just, to be honest, I don't even know what fracking is. I'd rather just have a weird experience than money. So I thought I'd do a weird gig in I have this competition where I just try, it's a private competition with myself where I just try and find as much of a remote gig as possible and do it. And just see how badly I can blend in. And you guys are pretty much up at the top. I'm also competing with a Welsh village that I did a gig about 2 weeks ago to a skydiving swingers club, and the guy had no legs, and then his wife tried to hit on me, and then he was very drunk, and I had to drag him up to his hotel room, but he was fighting me, so I drop him down the stairs and then have to pick him up and drag him up again. So you guys are in close competition with that. So I'm sure this is a weird liberal Sinn Féin town, so this might turn into another swingers club of some kind. I don't know what you guys get into, because fracking, I have no idea what that is. It sounds like some weird sexual practice you have with crayfish, which I'm personally not against, as long as the crayfish consents, which are 2 nipper clacks for one yes, and 1 nipper clack for no. And I know you're all thinking that I'm probably just another weird drug addict which got given a microphone to fucking speak at you, but I'm actually totally sober. I had some tea and a fuckload of heroin, but I'm used to it. I can function on it. So that to me is just, this guy's you're obsessed with taking photos, man. It's just the fucking weirdest. I'm not sure if I want to remember this. Do you know what I mean? It's gonna go on some weird Facebook account which no one will ever see. I have this plot of a movie where people will alien civilization will come down, and the only remaining records will be everyone's Facebook postings, and they'll try and reconstruct our civilization from that, but then after reading about full status updates of people's photographs of Meatball Curry, they'll be like, fuck these guys, fuck it. That's not really a joke, it's just a plot line just in case there are any movie producers in there. I'm just pitching at you. I do have jokes, so relax. I don't have any ethnic jokes, by the way. So if you're expecting that, that's what some club booker said to me. It was like, hey Nick, you don't need your act, you need more Oriental jokes. And I was like, I'm not even Oriental, my parents are from fucking India, so I need more Asian jokes. And he goes, yeah, but you look Oriental. And I was like, well, you look like a cunt, you know what I mean? So, and also, a quick lesson in race politics, people. Oriental's not a race of people, okay? It's a flavor of fucking pot noodles, okay? Calling someone Oriental is like calling an Italian guy spaghetti, or an Arabic guy falafel, or an Irish guy fucking Guinness and domestic violence. Hey look, we've all wanted to hit people before, and if they happen to be women, that's just chance. You guys are a good crowd, you're getting into this. I feel like I'm in the Wicker Man, you know what I mean? That's gonna be like the level of this gig. If I go out and you guys got pitchforks, I'll be like, fuck. How was the gig, Nick? It's kind of good, I guess. It was very surreal. I think I was the pagan sacrifice, but I felt welcomed. I felt like I was one of them. I don't know any Gaelic. Fucking every time someone talks to me in Irish, I just hear like "ordy, ordy, ordy, ordy" in my head, and I don't know if that's racist. I am just a fucking Does anyone hear racist? I'm sick of people discriminating against racists, because that's just another form of prejudice, isn't it? And I don't want to be a racistist, because I'm a fucking racist. I saw a Mexican guy in the street the other day, and you know what I heard in my head? I heard mariachi music play for no reason. I was like, where the fuck did that go from? Do I have a tiny racist DJ in my head or something like that? I don't even know if the guy was Mexican, because once it gets to a certain shade of brown, it's just ambiguous, you know? So yeah, it's good to be here in this weird fucking... I feel like the fucking God are gonna come bust us halfway through and just go, oh, here are the anti-fracking people, fuck you guys, and they're just gonna hole us up and set us on fire or something like that. But no, it's good to be here. No, you don't have to. No, hey, look. I'm preaching to the converted here. You don't have to be so fucking self-congratulatory. It's kind of vaguely patronizing. I'm kidding. You guys are an audience and I'm here. So I don't know what I can really say, man. I've got no material about fucking... This is what I'm talking about, racism, man. sometimes it's good to see racist stereotypes, you know what I mean? It makes you feel good. Like, there's something comforting about seeing a really drunk Irish guy, you know, wandering around the streets. I'm like, oh, the world makes sense. No? Okay. So anyway, I don't know what to say, man. I'm fucking living in London, so I just need to get out of there, man. It's fucking horrible. It's not natural to live in an urban place. That's why I understand why you guys live in a small town, you know what I mean? Like, I used to have a conscience, because I'm from Australia, as you can probably tell. No one ever believes me. That's a fucking problem. No, it's true. Everyone's from somewhere else. You know what I reckon we should do? We should just get rid of race and religion and culture, and you should just pledge allegiance to whatever supermarket you shop at the most. Because I think that says more about you than where you're from originally, right? So I guess I'm from Littles. You know what I mean? And occasionally Icelands if I'm feeling like I deserve it. Like, don't get me wrong, I fucking love Littles. I go in there and I flash my Savers card like a sheriff's badge. Do you know why I love Littles? Because it's an egalitarian utopia there. It doesn't matter where you're from or what race or religion you belong to. I can hear you guys talking, you're on the side. Sorry. No, fuck, that's creepy, man. You should see there's like 3 ladies just sitting in the corner like those fucking Greek myth women who fucking cut the strings next to a broken piano. That's fucking creepy, man. And no one's sitting next to you. You guys, no, look, if you want to get laid, you're gonna have to move to that group, you know what I mean? Like, oh, there you go, now the creepy photographer guy. That's like the creepy corner. This is like the creepy people of the creepy town. That's where the fucking people probably like, sorry, just don't give me syphilis. No, hey. No, this is good. No, I fucking love Littles, you know, because it doesn't matter where you're from. If you shop at Littles, you're a broke scumfuck, right? And there's no avoiding that. It's true. There's a fork in the road of your life, and you chose the wrong fork, and now you're circling the discount trolley like a diseased seagull fighting over dirty chips. You know what I mean? Like, do you understand what I mean? Everyone is equal at Littles. There's no status, there's no hierarchy in Littles. How can there be? Half the time there's not even fucking shelves. You know, how can you pretend like you're better than someone when you're bending down to pick up 5 liters of orange juice for 42p? It's probably been squeezed by some orphan at gunpoint, some Eastern Bloc fascist dictatorship. I don't even know if it's orange juice. It's just got a picture of an orange, so I just have to assume. I've learned 6 different languages at shopping at Littles. I don't even know what language they're for, country they're for. Shit, sorry. No, it's alright, man. Oh, God. What are you hiding, man? Sorry, no, it's just, if you could only see this, he's now sitting with his back to me, as if shielding the camera. Look, yeah, exactly, man. I bet that's the pose you strike outside children's playgrounds. Oh, okay. Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with it if the kid's into it, right? They're gonna learn somehow. What am I saying here? So, yeah. Whoa, shit. Yeah, rock and roll. Fuck that shit. Fuck the system. Even though we rely on it to define ourselves against it. Yeah, I don't know what to fucking talk about, man. Shit. Yeah, I used to have a conscience. I used to have an angel and a devil on my shoulders. But after living in London for about 10 months, I've just got 2 spastic versions of myself. We're completely useless in any moral dilemma, you know what I mean? I'm like, hey, what, should I go home with this drunk girl, devil? And the devil's like, I don't know, I'm just you, man. Stop asking these fucking questions. Just trying to drink here. Ask your angel. I'm like, what should I do, angel? The angel's like, I don't know, I'm just here to help balance out your posture. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you ever have that thing where your iPod breaks and all of a sudden you have to face your voices in your brain and you realize you won't even listen to music, you're just using it to drown out all the antisocial shit in your head. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like, this is a problem. I do nothing. Like, this is all I do. But for 23 hours a day, I do fucking nothing. And people always go, you're a slacker, you're fucking... But it's hard doing nothing, because you're always doing something. And I realize that's asking myself questions I can't fucking answer. And there used to be really amazing philosophical investigations, like, oh, how do I fucking find a balance between freedom and responsibility? You know, is it fate or destiny? But now it's just shit, fucking stupid shit. I spent half an hour staring at a wall the other day, going, how come vampires are always so well groomed when they can't even see themselves in the mirror? You know, like that's where my brain's at now. Do you guys realize that? Like, people always go, oh. See, because when you do nothing, you end up trying to fucking find yourself. And the problem with that is when if you find yourself, then you're gonna be that guy. What if he's a total dickhead? You know what I mean? Like, the more I discover about myself, the more I'm horrified. And no amount of me buying free-range eggs will make up for the fact that I'm a piece of... I fell asleep wanking the other day. Where do you go from there? When the first thing you see when you open your eyes is your flaccid dick laying in your hand like a broken bird. You know what I mean? Like, that day doesn't get better. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a fucking piece of shit. I was staying with this girl I'm seeing at the moment and her boyfriend. Because I had nowhere else to go, and I didn't realize he was a human being until he walked in on us about to kiss, and I was like, oh shit, I'm a piece of shit. And I did all these little things to ameliorate the situation, to make me feel like I was a good guy, like I made him some pasta, like that would make up for it. And by making him pasta, what I mean is like, I just left him the amount that I couldn't eat in one sitting. And he paid for all the ingredients anyway, and I ended up eating it anyway, because I gave him a 4-hour window, and he didn't take it because he wasn't home. You know what I mean? Because I couldn't resist it, because I ended up going for personal pleasure, because she's crazy. And I'm into crazy girls. Is there any crazy girls in here tonight? I'm into the wayfish broken girls. You know, the ones with black holes for eyes, where you look into them, it's like that scene out of Event Horizon where the guy descends into hell, and all you can see like shadow figures trying to stab each other to death, and they look like you and her, but you can't tell who's winning. You're like, wow, let's grab a coffee, this is gonna work out well. When do you wanna go for a date? Cliff top, double suicide pact? Great. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? She's fucking crazy, she's mental, man. People say that self-mutilation scars are a warning sign. To me, they're just a signal of intensity and passion. Guys identifying this at all? This is a terrible joke, it's just gonna get worse. I should get back to the subject, fracking. Yeah, so no more fracking. Where are the frackers? Where are the frackers? We should just, instead of just sitting here and fucking talking about it, we should just find out where the frackers live and just frack the shit out of their fracks. Yeah, we should find out where they are and we should just frack their assholes with a fucking... Sorry, what's that? Oh, really? See, this is how fucking apathetic I am. I don't even care. I don't know what to do. Like, I just, you know what I say in my head? I'm like, well, you know, destruction's part of the cycle, so, you know, why try and save the world? We should just accelerate destruction and have a good time. Because I'm lazy. It's like those charity workers, you know what I mean? Like, I try and help out with charity, but I just hate being emotionally manipulated. You know the way they phrase their questions? Like this charity guy came up to me, no joke, in Brixton. He was like, hey, do you want to help kids in Africa with AIDS? And I was like, no. But what I meant to say was yes, as long as I'm not directly involved or I have to give any money. So, no. Sorry, I don't want to come across as negative. I'm not a positive person, but I'm not a negative person, you know, I just don't sit well with positivity, because, you know, I heard that song on the radio the other day, tonight's gonna be a good night, you know that song? That doesn't sound positive to me, that sounds like a threat. That sounds like the most sinister fucking thing you could ever hear come out of a radio, you know what I mean? That sounds like something you repeat in your head while something really terrible happens. Every time I hear that song, I just picture it coming out of a broken car stereo in the middle of a terrible car wreck with blood all over the dashboard. No, it's, you know, I just think we're getting raised with too much high hopes and expectations, you know what I mean? Like, I did this gig in this high school gymnasium, and they had all these inspirational quotes everywhere, and one of them was, aim for the moon, and even if you miss, you'll fall amongst the stars. I know, it's nice sentiment, but it's just inaccurate. You know, everyone knows the moon's beneath the stars, right? So, if you miss, you just burn up upon re-entry, or just asphyxiate and float through the cold that expanses of space forever. But that's not a really inspirational quote you want to tell the children. I just think, you know, I'm not against it. You should just make it a bit more realistic. So maybe instead of that, maybe go for aim for the bed, and even if you miss, you fall amongst the dirty clothes on the ground. Because, you know, I can relate to that. You guys are lovely crowd. It's great to be here. No, it's fucking weird, man. That's why I'm looking for the apocalypse. You know, it'd just be fun. And also, I'm a comedian. I don't have a retirement plan. That's what I'm gonna fucking do. Sorry. So anyway, I was at the zoo the other day. You guys go to the zoo? You guys like the zoo? You guys have a zoo here? You guys like to go to the zoo? You guys have ears? You ever listen to stuff that people say and try and compute it? You guys hear? You guys alive? You guys aware of stuff happening right now? All right? You guys here? You guys, yep? Okay. How come they don't have a human exhibit at the zoo? Also, I need a place to stay. I could be that guy. I don't do anything anyway. I don't care if people watch. You know what I mean? Oh, crazy girl. All right. How will this fucking go? See, that's the thing. I'm trying to be myself, but have you realized that anytime, if everyone in this room was to actually be themselves, do you realize how many of us would be in prison right now? Seriously, have you ever noticed that anytime anyone's truly themselves, people go out of their fucking way to ignore the shit out of them? I was outside Hammersmith Tesco's in London, and this, I assume she was homeless, had her pants down. She was pissing in the street, and it wasn't even a dainty lady trickle. It was like a broken stormwater drain horse gush, and she was just screeching, and everyone's just like, oh yeah, this is totally normal. Everyone's done it, you know, just a day. And I was just looking at her, I was like, wow, there's someone who's really being themselves right now. She's like a symbol of freedom. She's completely devoid of shame. I've lost my shame recently. Has this ever happened to anyone? My flatmate Chris's girlfriend walked in on me mid-wipe in the toilet with my pants down and my junk out. And we made the most horrific eye contact. And I realized in that moment, in that gaze, I was closer to her than I've ever been with any other human being in my world. And she was just horrified, which is only really the suitable emotional response to that. You know what I mean? No one ever looks at someone after they've got their pants down, fucking shit all of them, just going, wow, I feel transcendental ecstasy right now. This is magnificent joy that I'm feeling right now. And it was really awkward. She's like, I don't know what to do. Oh, I'm really sorry. I don't know. What do we do? What do we do, Nick? And I was like, I don't know. We're just going to forget about it and move on with our lives, I guess. She's like, should we tell Chris? It's like, why do you want to involve him? We're going to sit him down with a cup of tea and just go, hey, man, your girlfriend just saw me fucking, you know. She's like, I know. I just feel weird. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to, you know, make it right. And I was like, the only thing to make it right is if I watch you shit right now. Which I did, and it was beautiful. Have you ever known what it's like to cheat on someone's flatmate's girlfriend while she takes a shit? Sorry, I don't know where I want to say. What was I going? Oh yes, conscience, man. I don't have a conscience anymore. This is what I'm talking about. I used to have empathy. I don't have empathy anymore. I used to have compassion, but now every time I try to be compassionate, it just comes across as condescending. You guys understand that? Like, you know those people who stop walking in front of you in crowded areas because they forget they share this planet with 6 billion other people? And someone stopped walking in front of me at the top of this train station staircase because she was too busy multitasking on an Apple iPhone. I think it was some new application which measured how much technology she needed to compensate for how empty her life was or something like that. And I'm right behind her, and because I don't have my iPod and I don't have a conscience anymore, I hear the devil in my head just go, push it down the stairs. Push it down the stairs and piss in a broken body. And I'm like, whoa, that is horrible. That is out of line, devil. Say something nice, angel. Bring it back. Make me feel like a good person. And the angel's like, hey, yeah, push it down the stairs. Just don't piss in it, because that way we can pass it off as an accident. Do it again some other time. Like, that's where I'm at. You know those mothers who get pregnant and have a kid, and all of a sudden they feel like they're a high level of existence than everyone else? You know these wannabe fake tan MILF suck-em-on bitches? Yeah, there's probably some in here. I realize I'm racist, not against white people or black people, but against the orange people. You know what I mean? Like, if you have a fake tan in the northern hemisphere, I'll never learn to trust you as a human being. What does that look anyway? It's like halfway, it's like a jack-o'-lantern, fuck the slag, you know what I mean? Like, I just got a little baby in a pram, I was drinking a beer outside the pub, apparently I was taking too much room, she's like, excuse me, get out of the way, precious load here, next Messiah, get out of the way, get out of the way. I'm looking at the baby, looking at my beer, looking at the baby, and I hear the devil in my head just go, pour the beer all over the baby's face. Oh, it's really relaxing, it's better than yoga, you know what I mean? Like, I don't hate people, I don't hate children, I'm just more of a dog person. You know what I mean? Like, I love dogs more than children. My favorite hobby, if you, this is what you do. Just take this home with you tonight. If you ever see a mother with a baby and a dog, this is what you do. You go up to the dog and you pat the dog for like fucking ages and ask lots of questions about it, what it likes to do for a living, and you know, whatever. 10 minutes, just pat it, oh, you're a good boy. And then you get up